Welcome to Most Amazing Facts. In this video we are going to be taking a look at 10 medical terms doctors don't want you to know. So, before we get started, don't forget to like the video and make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to never miss new amazing videos. Physicians don't just use illegible handwriting to prevent us from understanding what they write. They also use slang to make it difficult for us to understand what they are saying. Medical terms can be amusing when used to describe an amusing medical scenario. Others are used to conceal more offensive or derogatory remarks. Then there's the slang used to describe the condition of dying patients, conceal controversial medical procedures from their relatives, or simply refer to annoying habits of loved ones. Number 10. John Thomas sign. The John Thomas, JT, or Throckmorton sign is a term used by doctors to describe the position of a man's penis in X-ray scans of his pelvis. If a patient's penis points in the direction of the injured body part, he has a positive John Thomas sign. If it points in the opposite direction, he has a negative John Thomas sign. According to some doctors, the position of the penis in X-ray scans is not always coincidental. Men with hip fractures, for example, are more likely to have positive John Thomas signs. According to doctors, this is because patients with hip injuries frequently rest at an angle to avoid pain and discomfort, causing the penis to point towards the injured hip. Number 9. Slow code. Physicians may believe that a patient cannot be saved no matter what medical procedure is performed on them. In the case of survival with horrific related injuries, they may even be concerned that resuscitation attempts will cause more harm than good. They do not, however, simply abandon the patient to their fate, as this could result in lawsuits, imprisonment, loss of license, or worse. As a result, they execute what is known as the slow code. A slow code is a purposefully ineffective attempt to resuscitate a dying patient. Physicians on a slow code will not perform all of the necessary life-saving procedures. When they do it slowly, hoping the patient will die before they finish. Number 8. Medical zebra. When you hear the sound of hooves, think horses, not zebras, doctors in training are frequently told. The saying compares common diseases to horses and rare diseases to zebras. The idea is that almost every human is more likely to see a horse than a zebra, unless you live in the African savanna or near a wildlife park. Rare and common diseases frequently have similar symptoms, and a doctor could easily misdiagnose common symptoms as rare. As a result, the proverb encourages doctors to assume that the symptoms are caused by the common disease rather than the rarer disease. While the slang has probably saved millions of people from being misdiagnosed, it has caused problems for medical zebras, patients with rare diseases. Number 7. Frequent fliers. A frequent flyer is a patient who frequently visits a hospital emergency room for reasons other than an emergency. They frequently arrive in ambulances or walk straight in without assistance. Frequent flyers visit the emergency room so frequently that hospital staff know them by name. Some patients become frequent flyers because they lack insurance and cannot afford to see a doctor on a regular basis. So they simply go to the emergency room, where they will always be treated. Some people have insurance but prefer to go to the emergency room for unknown reasons. However, frequent flyer behavior is frequently costly. According to one study, frequent flyers made up 1% of patients who visited hospitals in Camden, New Jersey. Number 6. Leave my emergency room. Dr. Steve Bergman's novel, The House of God, written under the pen name Samuel Shem, was published in 1978. The book is about a medical intern in his first year of internship and is based on his real-life experience as an intern at Beth Israel Hospital in Boston from 1973 to 1974. Dr. Bergman revealed some doctor jargon in the book. The first is GOMER, which stands for Get Out of My Emergency Room. GOMER is a term that is frequently used to describe an elderly patient who is on the verge of death. They are barely alive, unable to perform basic human functions, and cannot be saved through medical intervention. They do not, however, die and frequently visit emergency rooms. Dr. Bergman also revealed other medical jargon, such as turfing, which refers to referring or transferring a patient to another service. Number 5. July effect. Some doctors advise people not to allow their friends and family to have surgeries in teaching hospitals in July. This is due to what doctors refer to as the July effect. Every July, new medical school graduates return to work as interns in teaching hospitals. Because of their inexperience, they frequently make mistakes. There are numerous errors, resulting in an unusually high number of patient deaths. After analyzing over 62 million death certificates issued in the United States between 1979 and 2006, researchers from the University of California concluded that the July effect exists. They discovered that teaching hospitals frequently experienced a 10% increase in deaths during the month of July. Number 4. Normal for Norfolk. Normal for Norfolk, or N4N, is slang for an oddball. It began as a medical term for a patient who is unable to accurately describe the symptoms of their illness or is unusual in some other way. It was also used to describe a patient from the countryside. Although the origin of the slang is unknown, it is named after the county of Norfolk in the United Kingdom. According to one source, the phrase was coined by doctors at Norfolk and Norwich University Hospital to refer to mentally retarded patients. According to another source, the phrase was coined by doctors outside of Norfolk in response to concerns that the people there have unusual characteristics. Number 3. The Californian daughter. The daughter from California, or son from California in the case of men, is a medical term for a person who arrives unexpectedly at a hospital and demands that physicians perform certain medical procedures in order to save the life of a dying relative. Some doctors alternate between California and New York. The daughter from California is usually irritable and annoys the medical staff. They refuse treatment suggestions, even from family members, and will continue to impose their own on everyone. Doctors refer to their actions as the daughter from California syndrome. The daughter from California is frequently a distant relative who hasn't seen the dying relative in quite some time. As a result, they are frequently surprised at how bad the situation has deteriorated. Number 2. Funny-looking kid. The term, funny-looking kid, FLK, refers to a child who has an unknown growth or mental condition. The odd-looking child frequently has a strange expression. This could be seen in their flat nose bridges, sloppy foreheads, and unusual lips, among other things. Their faces are sometimes normal but blank and expressionless. To be clear, doctors do not use funny in the sense of amusement. They use funny to mean strange. Nonetheless, the slang is regarded as derogatory. Number 1. Social injury of the rectum. People will sometimes stick strange objects up their anus. Some of these items become so deep that they reach the rectum and become irremovable, necessitating a trip to the emergency room. These types of incidents are referred to as social injury of the rectum by doctors. Patients with rectal social injury frequently require surgery to remove whatever became lodged there. Pens, beer bottles, bowling pins, baseballs, electrical tapes, wine corks, flashlights, cucumbers, fruits, and light bulbs have all been stuck in patients' rectums by doctors. Larger items such as wooden rods, ice picks, a soy sauce bottle, a peanut butter jar, the head of a Barbie doll, and a bed post have also been removed from patients' rectums by doctors. For understandable reasons, most patients only complain of abdominal pain and refuse to disclose the true cause when admitted. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. That was 10 medical terms doctors don't want you to know. So, we want to know from you guys in the comments what you're thinking. If you liked this video, clicking the like button is all you got to do, it really helps us out. And if you're new, consider subscribing, maybe hit that notification bell. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.